So over the years, in my real estate career, I've helped a lot of self-employed clients. As a matter of fact, 50% of my clients are self-employed. But I want to share a couple tips with you. If you're self-employed, stick around, watch this video. I want to share a couple of tips for you guys to prepare you for whether you're buying your first property, you might be buying an investment property. I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of things that you might not know about. For my self-employed people, I love you guys. I'm self-employed myself, so what does that mean? When you're self-employed, generally speaking, in the government's eyes, in the state of California, or in the United States in general, when you're self-employed, that means you work for yourself. You have no boss. You don't work for anybody. You're not an employee. You don't get a paycheck every single week or every 15 days or every month. You're not on a salary. You're self-employed, which is great. There's a lot of benefits to that. One of the benefits is tax write-offs, right? A lot of people think that by writing off a lot of taxes, you're gonna save a bunch of money. Guys, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm telling you today, that is a very incorrect way of doing things. When you're self-employed, like I mentioned, you don't work for anybody. I'm gonna go ahead and share a little bit of a scenario here. You guys know I love to draw, even though I'm not the greatest drawing person or the greatest artist, if you will. I'm gonna go ahead and do my best to show you guys two different people. You guys remember Bob from my last video? The hardworking Bob that makes $10,000 a month. We're gonna go ahead and say Bob is on a W-2. That don't even look like a number 2, but you get the picture, okay? Bob is a hardworking man, he's a contractor, but Bob is W-2'd. On the other hand, we got Bob's brother, Billy, bigger hat, okay? But Billy works for himself. Billy's 1099. The difference between Bob and Billy is that when Bob gets paid, Bob gets a paycheck, and on that paycheck, Bob sees a bunch of deductions, okay? It shows Bob, hey, we took out for Medicare, we took out for if you have a 401k account, if you have insurance benefits, whatever the case may be, they take out from state taxes, federal taxes. Bob's check already comes cut. Do you see what I'm saying? When Billy gets his check, say he did a big job, this is what Billy, he gets $10,000. No cuts, no insurance, no 401k, nothing. He gets a big fat check that says $10,000. Problem with that, guys, is that when you have this $10,000 and you're not taking those deductions out, or those deductions are not automatically being taken out, guess who has to pay taxes at the end of the year? Self-employed people do, right? So although Billy made $10,000, half of this, that's the rule when you're self-employed, you make 10 grand, 5 grand is automatically whose? Uncle Sam's, right? So let's just go ahead and use Billy here as an example. I'm gonna go ahead and erase Bob because he was in the last equation and he's no longer with us, okay? He already bought his home, now it's Billy's turn, okay? Let's say Billy comes to me and he says, Anthony, I wanna buy a home. I grossed, let's say $100,000. It's not a whole lot of money, but he grossed $100,000 for the year in 2019. We're talking about last year right now. But net, Billy showed that he only made $20,000. Remember, I told you guys this last time. There's a difference between net and gross. This is net. This is what Billy has after expenses, tax deductions, whatever Billy wrote off. This is what he made in the eyes of who? The state of California, the government, the United States, the Treasury Department, so you will, whatever you want to call it. This is what Billy made, okay? Because Billy wrote off $80,000 in expenses. So the way it works is you make 100 grand, and I have people do this all the time, and this is the reason why I decided to make this video. I have people come to me all the time and say, Anthony, I made 100,000. When it comes down to it and we start talking, put him in touch with the lender finds out Billy only reported 20 grand. So in reality, Billy, you only made 20 grand. So my tip to self-employed people, if you're looking to buy a home in the near future, whether again it's your investment, whether it's for somebody else, whatever the case may be, if you're looking to get some sort of financing, you have to make sure to properly file your taxes. One of the best advice that I can give you guys is before you file taxes is talk to a lender. A lender is gonna tell you how much you need to make to be able to qualify for the home that you're looking for. Yes, guys, we all wanna save money, I get it. Nobody wants Uncle Sam knocking on their door saying, hey, you gotta pay this much money. But guys, if you want a house, you wanna play the big baller game, you're gonna have to pay big baller money. It's just the way the world works, okay? Because if you're reporting 20 grand, you might qualify, but in reality, you might not qualify for what you want or what you think you can afford, okay? So that's one of the most important tips that I can share with you guys. Again, talk to your lender. Once your lender determines, okay, you know, if we make this amount, it looks like you'll be able to qualify for this much, then you talk to your CPA, consult with your CPA, and if your CPA gives you the green light, everybody's good with it, you go for it. You'll file your taxes, but you file them correctly. There's a lot of great programs for self-employed people. A lot of great programs. FHA, 3.5% down payment. There's down payment assistance programs. Whatever the case may be, we got a lot of great programs for you, but you want to make sure you file this correctly. This is the main key, okay? The reason why they want to see how much you're actually making is because they want to make sure that this is not just some sort of hobby. This is not a side hustle. You're not running a barbershop out of your house or whatever the case may be. This is your actual business. That's what the government wants to see. So guys, my tip for you, my self-employed people, I'm self-employed, so I know exactly where you guys are coming from. Report your taxes correctly, file your taxes correctly, talk to your lender, talk to your CPA. That's my tip for you guys, all right? Stay tuned for the next video.